Is Danielle Hunter set up for domination in 2024? There's three things that I feel like are really geared towards what Danielle Hunter can do in 2024 being considered domination. We'll get into those, but here's a reminder as to what he did in 2023. 16 and a half sacks, fifth in the NFL, and 23 tackles for a loss, which was tied for first in the NFL with Max Crosby from the Raiders. So he's not just some pass rush specialist. He can get it done in stopping the ball carrier as well, which will be really important for this Texans team when there's some questions about the depth at linebacker and certainly questions about who the defensive tackles are going to be and how good they're going to be. But what does domination actually look like for Danielle Hunter? I'll give you the keys to how he can dominate, but what does domination look like? Well, I showed you those stats. It's probably as good or better. He can have the same stats, maybe in just more impactful moments spread out throughout the course of the season, or better yet, you just get more stats than that. But really, domination, it's going to be a feel thing. You're going to be sitting there with your friend in December, maybe January, and you're going to look at your buddy, you're going to say, that's all they paid him, huh? That's it? He's the eighth highest paid defensive player? This feels like a steal. Oh, Christian Wilkins got more money than him as a defensive player in free agency? What are the Raiders doing, right? I mean, come on. That's what you're going to be saying to yourself if Danielle Hunter is dominating in 2024. So how does he dominate? What are the keys to domination for Danielle Hunter? How is he set up to dominate in 2024? Glad you asked. Well, you maybe didn't ask that, but if you did ask that, here are the answers for you. There's three things. There's the scheme, there's the team, and there's his mates. Let's start with the scheme for Danielle Hunter. Matt Burke, the defensive coordinator for this team, he didn't really hide it, but he kind of just slid in there that they felt like Danielle Hunter could be, well, even better than he has been in this style and in this scheme. Listen to Burke here.
Obviously, like a history of success rushing the passer. We think that, hopefully like playing in this front and stylistically can even enhance that. And, partnering him with Will and the other guys we have rushing, we're excited about kind of seeing how that comes to fruition.
I mean, the scheme is going to make Danielle Hunter maybe even better than he was last year. He's already one of the best pass rushers in all of football. But you think about what Baby Bosa did in San Francisco and how dominant he was and how much DeMeco Ryans could lean on him when he just needed it. And then you think about 55. He's not wearing 99 like he did in Minnesota. I think we all know why. You think about 55 flying off the edge there as that wide 9 setup that sometimes DeMeco Ryans puts out there for his defensive lineman, and you're like, okay, that poor tackle's got no chance. That poor schmuck who's a tight end or a running back that's trying to block him, they've got no chance. Like, it's going to be fun to watch. In addition to that, as well, the Texans like to keep their defensive linemen fresh. So Danielle Hunter's not out there playing every single snap, rushing every single snap, but neither is Will Anderson or Danico Autry or Derek Barnett or whoever else makes the team as a pass rusher. They rotate those guys. They keep them fresh. It's not quite the hockey rotation, though from time to time, DeMeco Ryans will send out a fresh 4 on the defensive line. They trust those defensive linemen to go out there and take care of business, and sometimes in that trust, they have them run some of the games and things like that. I just think about the success that the 49ers had when they had a whole bunch of talent in that defense, and DeMeco Ryans was calling some of the shots, and the Texans have added a tremendous amount of talent to their defense, and DeMeco Ryans is calling the shots, and it starts to get me excited about Danielle Hunter in this scheme. That well-rested, and we all know a well-rested hunter is going to be better at chasing his prey and capturing his prey, right? Pun intended on that one. A little corny there. You know what's not corny? My friends at Platinum AC and Heating. They will take care of you this summer, from repairs to replacements to just a tune-up, making sure that your air conditioner is blowing the coldest air possible and not working too hard, costing you money. Platinum AC and Heating does it all. They have the best service and the best prices in town. Give my guy Dwyane a call today, 832-777-3683. 832-777-3683. Put the number in your phone, because when you need an AC guy, you really need an AC guy, and Dwyane is the best in the business. He's not letting you sit in a hot house or in a house that could be cooler. He's going to take care of you, and you're going to hold on to your cold, hard cash because they got the best prices in town. Dwyane will take care of you. Check out my friends at Platinum AC and Heating. They're a great team. We talked about the scheme with Danielle Hunter. Let's talk about the team around Danielle Hunter. Look, the Vikings were okay last year on defense. They were actually right around where the Texans were in total defense. The previous couple of years before that, right around where the Texans were in total defense, and it was near the bottom. Okay, that's where they were. It wasn't a super impressive team offensively or defensively for the Minnesota Vikings last year. They didn't have a bunch of big leads where you could have just unleashed the pass rushers. Okay, they were playing from behind a lot in the back half of the year when they were going to backup quarterbacks, trying to get things going after Kirk Cousins' injury. The situation in Minnesota for the past few seasons, the majority of the time that Danielle Hunter's been there, it's not been the creme de la creme of that division or the NFC. The Texans are the reigning, defending, undisputed AFC South champions. They are thought to be able to make some noise in the AFC. The team overall has higher expectations, but they're better as well. They have a lot more players on defense than what Hunter played with last year. The offense, okay, which sets the defense up for success a lot of times, is better. They should be able to run the football, the Texans, better than they did last year, which will keep that defense fresh throughout the course of the season. That is something that is really exciting about lending itself to domination for Danielle Hunter. Is he's on a better team than the team he was on last year. And typically, great players, when they get to a better situation with a better team, they go out there and produce even better. And he was already one of the best. And then there's that D word again, domination. So we talked about the scheme. We talked about the team. How about his mates? Now, this is kind of like the team, but really look at what Danielle Hunter has worked with in Minnesota. Do you remember a lot of big-time pass rushers opposite Danielle Hunter? Like, can you name a dynamic duo in Minnesota from the past few seasons? Nothing jumps to mind. I think they had one of the Smiths there for a while. Was it Zadarius Smith? Or maybe it was Preston. One of the Smiths there for a while. He was okay, I guess. But last year it was Marcus Davenport and Dean Lowry. Isn't that a character in Bad Boys? No, that's Mike Lowry. I've heard the new Bad Boys is good. I need to check that out. Yeah, Dean Lowry and Marcus Davenport. Can I put a cricket noise in at this point? Yeah, not the greatest tandem when you think about Danielle Hunter and Marcus Davenport and Dean Lowry. Fine players, NFL players, certainly, but not to the level that Will Anderson is, not to the level that Danico Autry is. Rushing with Danielle Hunter are going to be some pretty impressive players, and that's going to be led by Will Anderson, who should form a fearsome pass-rushing duo with Danielle Hunter. But obviously, when Anderson's not out there, you got Danico Autry. Derek Barnett's still on this team, and the Texans have some other options there from a pass rush standpoint to really fill out the roster and figure out exactly what they want and need from that rusher that'll be opposite Danielle Hunter. So the teammates all along the defensive line are better. The defensive tackle room, maybe some conversation about how those guys need to make sure they're just doing their job and setting up the ends, who will be really important for this team up for success. But Derek Stingley, a big-time cover corner that can go out there and force a quarterback to take an extra second, take an extra beat, and give Danielle Hunter time to go out there and make a play. The Vikings didn't have anybody like Derek Stingley. Azeez Al-Shire, a well-thought-of linebacker, according to the Texans here this offseason, and how important it's going to be that he has everybody in the right place and the right spaces and ready to attack and knowledgeable about this defense, having the other 10 guys around Danielle Hunter in the right spot, ready to succeed. I mean, the teammates, okay, you see why I did team and mates. I hope you picked up on all that. His mates on the defense, better than his friends in Minnesota, okay? And it's going to be a fun watch from that standpoint. So the scheme, the team, and the mates have Danielle Hunter set up for dominance in 2024. What say you? Have I sold you on the dominance of Danielle in 2024? Or is it just going to be, excellence replicating 2023? Let me know in the comment section down below. On your way down to the comment section, throw me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out some of the other videos from this week that you might have missed in the description as well. And you'll also find out more information about our friends at Platinum AC and Heating. I didn't know that you had to clean your air conditioners on a pretty consistent basis. Did you know that? Did you know that you need to sometimes tune them up, get them ready for the summer? Platinum AC and Heating can take care of that for you. They can give you an estimation on how well your AC is working, and if it was working too hard and not blowing real cold air, they can get it working less hard and blowing colder air. Doesn't that sound pretty good to you? 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau, 5-star rated on Google and Yelp. The best services, the best prices in town with my guy Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating. Give him a call today. 832-777-3683 is the number for you to call to get Platinum AC and Heating out for that tune-up on your AC. And if you need a repair or replacement, the best prices and best services in town, Platinum AC and Heating. Give them a call today to get your AC ready for the rest of this summer. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I can't wait until we talk Texans again soon.